and he says fuel scarcity, naira and all that. So you see it, some people have correctly said, this looks like some kind of self-indictment, you know. But it's good that they are, you know, in less than 24 hours, they are trying to protect and do damage control and put a spin on it and put lipstick on the entire.
I'm going to take you on damage control, Rufai and Ayo. Let's take another story so we can discuss all of that. Social media was awash with reactions on Thursday after the organizing secretary of the All Progressives Congress in Lagos State, Ayodele Adewale, in defending the controversy surrounding bullion vans, cited at the residence of the APC flag bearer, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, a day before elections in 2019, said they missed their intended address. He spoke right here on the morning show. Let's take a listen before we take some reactions.
On the other question of the bullion van or no bullion van and all of that, I think that matter has been put to rest. There was no money in the bullion van. The bullion van that even came missed the address to have come there. Okay. It missed the address to have come there. There are some companies that have high staff that pay their staff with cash, right? That bullion van missed his way there. Okay. And it was not invited by Ashwaju or anybody.
All right. Ninth Sense wrote, 3 contradictory lies in less than a minute, missed directions, empty bullion van, companies that pay staff in cash. For an empty van not meant for him, you sure do a lot about what is inexistent content was meant for. At least make up your mind on a script and stick to it. Well, George Omojua wrote, the idea of spin is to make it believable. Better to ask what law was broken, whose bullion van was stolen, etc., than to say bullion vans missed their way to enter into a VVIP's house. Respect your job, your employers, and your audience. Think through your responsibilities. Well, Kabiru wrote, it's getting clearer. 1. Tinubu mistakenly shared a house with drug dealers. 2. Bullion vans mistakenly found their way into Tinubu's house on the eve of elections. 3. We mistook Tinubu's bulaba for a gaffe instead of a foreign language. Yes, it's getting pretty clear, Rufai, isn't it?
Oji, all this violence you are sharing, there is God. I mean, we sat through this yesterday to hear the analogy of a bullion van mistaking its way. But another question I wanted to ask, but you know, the president will say there's no time, was that if the bullion van got there by mistake, how did he know the bullion van was empty? So did he check it? There are all the questions, but we know all these things. Now, you know, I said something the other day. I said, wrong paro fun lori ro, it came back sorrow. So we all know how all of this happens. It's political spin. Just like the political spin that is going on now. And I want to ask you a very honest question. Why is it that there are 18 political parties? Why is that it's only the one political party that is shouting about this Naira policy? Why? Why is it only them that their presidential candidate is talking about it on the campaign trail? Other people have been campaigning, they've moved on this Naira. Why is it only one party? And why is it only one party that some of their members are moving further to arrest the CBN governor? Dr. Bati, like you stated out in the law is clear. The president gets to say so. I mean, and not gives a nod to any monetary policy as stated in the CBN Act. In fact, for those that have forgotten, let me remind you that it is not a mefele you should go and hand. Leave a mefele alone. Face the president. In Ukwa Stone, if you want to talk to me by yourself. You remember when Mr. Charles Soludo tried to make a policy of redenomination of the currency? The president stopped it. So it's the president that has the right to be able to stop it. And when you say the powers that be, that means you're trying to call us a fool to our face, like we don't know who the powers that be. Absolutely. You are attacking President Buhari, attacking. As what he has blocked, is he blocking your way?
All right, Ayo, really quickly.
All right, I mean, unfortunately, APC is seeming like a party of contradictions, particularly with the statements that they release. First of all, with the issue of Bola Ahmed Tinubu's statement on Emefiele, freedom of and then Mr. Bayo Onoduga saying that he was, and the APC spokespeople saying that he was speaking about Governor Emefiele of the CBN, whilst other people say that it's a freedom of expression. Which should we take? If it's a freedom of expression to speak against their own party, then why are they now saying it's Emefiele and the PDP? That's a contradiction. The second contradiction was yesterday with the bullion vans. As you've mentioned, it looked, if you saw the pictures from there, on the day of the election, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu spoke to this thing. So either Comrade Adewale didn't watch that video, or he's received another memo. Then why did it take them 4 years to tell us that it was a misplaced address?
Very well said,
So suspect.
Just before we go, may bullion vans miss their way into your compound.
Amen.
And may those bullion vans not be empty.
Yes.
I mean,
No.
they can miss their way.
Full bullion van coming to Dr. Batis.
Please, amen.
Thank you all for your great analysis on what's trending.